probably should do that. Hey there, and welcome to tShow Saturday.
Okay, everybody. How is everybody doing today?
So, today I am joined by my wife, Paula.
As am I, but my wife, Aubrey.
Yeah, we should differentiate there. But today we just figured we would play a game. So, and how should I say? See, this is the problem. I don't think quickly. I'm like, yeah. Paula thought of it and brought me the idea. I'm like, that's awesome.
Well, we'll see if it's awesome. It's just a game of random questions. So we've got a bowl full of questions, and we'll just pull them out and take turns answering.
Well, I think it sounds cool. Man, I'm like, what is going on? Sorry, I'm just trying to do all the things once again. And see.
There it is.
Yep, there we are. So, I guess trying to ask how I sound is like, whatever. Okay, well, I guess we will dive right into it.
Let's dive in. You go first.
Well, okay. So here we go. So check this out. We got a bowl, and she picked these questions, wrote them down, and put them on a piece of paper. I'm like, dude, I would never. I'm like, I don't know if I would never have thought of it or did it, but she gets it done.
Anal Annie.
No, I think it's awesome. I'm like, I've been looking for you my whole life. Oh, yep. Hey, Nora.
You sound perfect.
And, okay, good. And then coffee tick. I know your name, but I forgot your name. What is your name again? So, okay, sorry. So, yeah, Paul is awesome. Amazing. Okay.
You're first.
Sorry. I distract myself. All right. And, hey, John.
Hey, John. Nice
awesome.
to meet you.
Now, I will remember because I'm going to write it down. So, oopsie. And I'm going to open this up, but I had to write John's name first.
I got you.
Okay. So, don't look at my stuff. Do you have any weird superstitions?
That's for you to answer.
No,
This is you. Do I have any weird superstitions?
I ask you.
Okay.
Hey, Heather.
The only superstition I have, and it's not really a superstition, it's just a habit that I've gotten into. If I'm in my car or if I'm walking and a black cat walks out in front of me, crosses my path, I just make an X sign.
You make an X sign?
Yeah, because I'm Xing out the black cat. Although I don't do it with our own black cat, so that's kind of weird.
So you kind of do it, but not really?
I do it outside of the house.
Oh, so then the house is point, huh?
We're safe inside the house. There's no superstitions inside.
Well, hey.
So there.
Good to know. So, by the way, it is never okay to forget your own name. Oh, you forget your name all the time. Okay, so I feel better about it because I forget stuff. So there we go. But how should we say? I've written it down now, so that's not to guarantee
but all you've written down is John, and you're going to come in here one day and say, what is John? I think you need to write Coffee Talk and Tech.
Okay, see, I'm going to write it down.
Yeah. F-F-E-E.
I know.
There, that's good.
See, don't you love how your wife point things out to you?
I like to help, but like oftentimes I said, please stop helping.
I was about to say, yeah, please stop helping?
Yes.
Okay, now you pick
one.
one.
All right,
Yep.
let's see. Oh, there goes a black cat.
What?
Raven just walked by.
Oh, but you said you don't do it in here.
Right, okay. Who was your favorite teacher in high school and why?
Oh, me. Oh, see, I was like, okay, who is it? Oh, gosh, this is actually hard. Who is my favorite teacher? Can I say my top 3?
Sure.
I'm like, well, now I'm like, oh, shoot, I
Mrs. Steely?
probably should know. Oh, yeah, well, now I have to make more. So I'll categorize it. So in elementary school, I can say that. 3rd grade teacher, Miss Jackson, So it was, I think, kind of funny. She's a bit short, but so she was same size as us. But she's really
What grade?
sweet.
Third grade?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So she's pretty short. But it's funny, she lives in my neighborhood back home, my parents.
Oh, cool.
So, but she's a good lady. And then for fifth grade, I had Mrs. Jackson, and trying to think, she had a kid that's my age, but I think she lived in my neighborhood-ish. I don't know. She's kind of cool, but Mrs. Jackson, I guess, would be ultimate. But then you skip over middle school, kind of a blur. Bleh. But high school, yeah. Miss Thiele, I'd say. She was
She
cool.
came to our wedding.
Yeah, she came to our wedding, and
Which
I'm
was
like,
very nice.
she is. But I'm like, I was a jerk, by the way. I'm like, how could I go back and look, and I'm like, dude, she's one of my favorites. But I was like, I was such a jerk to her at times.
We were all jerks in high school.
Okay, so I shouldn't feel bad. It's just me.
No, so go ahead and feel bad, but we're all jerks.
What? See, okay. Anyway, so I think that's a long ramble.
Usually, typically.
Are you
But
saying
good
I
answers,
can't
good answers.
have succinct answers?
You can. You just don't express them. Okay, your turn to draw.
Oh, okay.
Just one.
What if I want more? All right. What's the best knock-knock joke you know?
The best knock-knock joke. God, best knock-knock joke I know. Oh. I don't really know any. I know my best joke, my favorite joke. It's not necessarily a knock-knock joke.
Really?
Can I do that instead?
Well,
Please?
I mean, I'll let you get around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why? She loves that.
It's my favorite joke.
So, okay, I'll give you a slap on that. But you got to think of a knock-knock joke because my nephew,
Okay,
cousins,
knock-knock.
Grayson, my cousin Molly, her son Grayson loves knock-knock jokes. I used to FaceTime him all the
Knock, knock.
time. Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting.
Move!
Yep. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, go ahead.
My turn.
Yes.
And the Grammy goes to... Oh, wait. Okay, this is for you. Right? Yeah, because I just answered, yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to talk with animals or speak all foreign languages?
Ooh. Wow.
Tough one, because we have a house full of animals.
I was about to say. Yeah. In this world, can't go anywhere. So, any animal I could talk to?
Yeah. Animals.
Just in general. I would probably talk.
It is a tough one.
See, it is. But I'm like, I believe-ish that we can use technology so much for people. So I'd say animals. And plus, we got a few. So.
Okay. Your turn.
Oh, yes. Trying to dig on the bottom. All right. Name 3 of my closest friends.
I've got to name 3 of your closest
Yeah.
friends. Tito.
Yes.
Beth.
Yeah.
And Chelsea.
Man, you're good, huh?
Name
Bam,
3
bam,
of mine.
bam. What?
Name 3 of mine.
Melissa,
Okay.
Boo,
Okay.
and Doc, but he
He's passed
away. But Mary Beth.
You can go with Mary Beth. Savannah.
Oh, Sven, you talk to her every day, Nor. I'm like, see, I know it, but I don't. What if you know?
We made up all those names, John. None of those people exist.
Yep. See, I just need to work on creating things. I'm like, not, what do you call it, Johnny on the spot. I'm not like as fast as I used to be.
You're fast enough.
Speaking of being fast, I've never been like fast even before my accident, but now it's worse. But she is like on it all the time. And I'm like, I need you all the time for all these comebacks. I'm like, I'm not good at that.
That's just a symptom of anxiety.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, pick out a question. Or should I be asked? If you have any questions, go ahead and let us know. Oh, and I'm trying to look at Facebook to make sure there's
nothing.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were invisible for a day?
Oh, what would I do if I was invisible? That's a good question, but also like, oh gosh, I don't know. I pressed the button wrong. Okay, sorry. What would I do? Gosh, I don't have a clever answer. Talk about not thinking too fast.
I mean, in whatever it is you could do, being wherever that place may be would not be an issue. Bam, you're there. Where would you want to be invisible? So you'd be like a fly on the wall.
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't think of any cool things.
Nothing?
I'm like, nope.
I'd like to be in the chambers of the Supreme Court. See what they talk about.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about anything.
Whatever case might be there, I'd just like to see individually what they say in private for the public not to hear versus what they actually rule on.
Well, yeah, okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm like, oh, go to the president's office.
That would be cool too.
So, yeah. Oh, and yeah. Speaking of, I was very happy I got to go to the White House, but don't worry, before Trump. But anyways, yeah, I was all dressed up in a suit and tie. I was like, oh, yeah. But that was back before my accident.
BA.
BA. Oh, now it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right.
We'll put these all together.
What? See? She's messing up my stuff. If you had the time machine, what time period would you travel to?
A time machine. I don't care about going to the future because I'm not going to be there. You know, way in the future. I hope to be around for a while yet. I would like to go back and just see what life was like for my parents when they were children.
Yeah. So just go and see your parents as children.
And also in that matter, see my grandparents, and so I could see them from the perspective of an adult to see what they were like.
That's pretty good. Now you got me thinking. I'm like, yeah, I'd go back to Honduras and see how a life was for them on the island or a key off of an island in Honduras.
Yeah, that would be cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things, historically that would be cool to go back and see, but I'm more interested in, man, maybe it's selfish, but just, my own family, and because that's who I am.
Yeah.
A lot of who I am.
I was like, yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Now I do think about it with, thinking of my dad and the kids on the island. Like, yeah, because I know him and know some of them, like just seeing what it was like. Right. That is true.
Yeah, I just think it's cool.
So, your turn.
Okay, my turn. Oh, wow. This kind of relates to the same thing, sort of. It's for you. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
Whoa. Well, I didn't have any. Well, Lucy. We have Lucy. But, yeah, I'd probably want to go back and meet my ancestors.
And see, I'd want to go to the future and meet my great-grandchildren.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So that they can get more of a first-hand account of things that happened within their family before they were here.
Oh, well, Yep, that's good. Family
And,
ties.
yeah, and you just, I mean, it's just like you want to go back to see your ancestors. It's to see them animated, alive and interact with them.
Yeah.
And then that would give the great great grandchildren the same thing, the interaction that they could never have.
Yeah. Well, but that's true. Okay. Now you're opening my eyes, my mind to that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to go forward. Ish.
Ish.
Yeah,
Okay.
ish.
Grab a paper.
Is anybody still out there? Just
We
wondering.
probably lost them.
One, but I guess that's me. Yeah.
It's okay. We're having fun.
Okay, yep, we're having fun. Oh, John's still here. Think could go back.
Okay,
Yep.
Oh,
See?
wow. That's
Yep.
cool. That's a very good point, John.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I should put that
Yeah.
up there. Yep,
That's a real good point.
that is true. So now, if I could pick one superpower, what would I choose? That's you.
Oh, I've got to have the superpower?
Yep. Because I got to think about it.
Invisibility.
Really, why?
So then I could go out and maybe stop things from happening that shouldn't be happening, bad things.
Yeah, gotcha.
Help, thwart a robbery or a mugging or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yours?
Well, I was just thinking about how bad mine is because I was like, oh, yeah, I'd read minds. But I'm like, I don't think I want to know what people are thinking. I mean, I make up enough as it is.
Yeah, to give you an idea of what that would feel like is just ask a child a question.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't have to read their mind. They'll tell you.
Yeah, that is true. So, gosh, what would I do? I like flying. It's kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know.
If you were invisible, you could hold onto a plane and fly.
But what? You're invisible, but you can't fly
No, you just hold onto a plane.
and
You know,
die.
Hold on hard.
Really? Well, gotcha. Okay, it's your turn. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get a good one.
Oh, teleportation.
Oh, wow. I
See?
didn't think of that one.
I know. I didn't think about that one either. I'm like, that actually is pretty good. Maybe
That would-
yes.
Yeah, wow.
I'm definitely. Oopsie. I pressed the button. Okay. Wait. There we go. Yep.
There's
see,
more
you
down
see.
below. Are we missing?
Yep. Well, no. Let's see.
Oh, Nora will know what people think.
Wait. There we go.
It would be interesting to see because. Oh, here we go.
What?
Here's a question.
Oh, well, sorry.
But go
Just
ahead.
to let you know, like, that's my thing. I was thinking I want to know what to think, but I'm like, I overthink everything. So I'm like, I probably don't need to know for real because I would drive myself crazy.
But it might give you answers right away, so then that stops the overthinking.
Well, that's a possibility.
So it could work both ways. Yeah. And I think sometimes it'd be good to know what people think versus what they tell you.
Gotcha. Oh, and Heather, you get a pass.
Okay, here's one for either one of us. Can you change a tire on a car?
Oh, that is good. Can I or have I?
Either or, both.
I was like thinking, can I? Yeah. Well, I used to probably could. Now, I'm a stubborn little cuss, so I'm like,
That's how I am.
I would do it. So
Yeah, I've never done it. Could I do it? Possibly. I would have issues. I would not want to get dirty.
oh
And
yeah,
chances are you would get tire on your hand.
yeah,
So that would probably AAA.
yeah. By the way, if you don't know, Paula does not like getting dirty.
Unless it's time to get dirty. If I'm doing yard work and I get dirty, that's fine. But once I'm clean, if I'm in the car, I'm clean. So I don't want to get dirty.
Like when our daughter would come up to her when she was a child, Lucy, what would you do?
First thing I would say is hands, to make sure that her hands weren't dirty, because I knew she was going to be touching me. And John, you're absolutely right. YouTube can teach you anything.
Yep.
YouTube how to change a tire.
Yep. Well, see, that's true. Maybe we'll do that later today. Not that I want to do it, but we can watch it on YouTube.
We'll watch it and yes.
Or not. Okay. Maybe I should check out how to change a golf cart tire.
Now, see, I've had one go flat. But the problem is you can change it, but you don't carry around a spare on your golf cart.
Okay. All right.
So you have to call. We have our own little version of AAA for golf carts here in Peachtree City.
Go-To.
Yeah, Go-To.
Right?
Yeah.
Go-To. See? Over
They come out to the rescue.
Yep. Very awesome. Man. Yep. We could just YouTube. Okay. Sorry. Okay. See, I already forgot if it was mine or yours.
What'd you get?
What?
You're rich.
Sorry. Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
Why?
Because I hate being cold with a passion.
Really?
If I'm too hot, I can just be hot and know that I'm going to be hot. But if I'm too cold, I'm miserable.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, one built a 2005 Jeep Wrangler watching YouTube. Dude, mad props to you because I had what was mine? 2000. I think mine was 2004.
I learned
14.
How to do a loud whistle.
Well, there you go. But sorry, Jeep Wrangler, I get all distracted by because I love Jeep Wranglers.
120 degrees.
Okay.
Wow. Well, we get to feeling like 120 here sometimes with the heat index.
Okay. Same.
Because Heather hates the cold as well.
Oh. So, why didn't it change? There we go. So, gosh.
See, that's just it. I mean, if it's hot, it's hot. You know it's hot. But if it's cold, I mean, you can't even think straight.
Dude, you see, I'm totally different. I'm like, oh no. I'd rather be cold. You can put on this jacket. Well,
sometimes there's not enough jackets.
and here's the funny thing. Since my accident, you see, I was always, like hot-natured, always. I mean, I was burning up. I wear flip-flops my entire high school career, even though we weren't supposed to. Well, yes, I was in Florida. I would wear flip-flops all the time except for when I played softball in the cleats. But I was always hot. Then, when I had my accident, I don't know what happened. They can't tell me what happened. Must have been some, some connection in the brain. But, well, probably know a lot of people, when they go in the hospital, they put on, what are those called, like hospital socks? So that have grippies on the bottom so you don't slip. So I had to wear socks all the time. So then, really up until the past few weeks, I've always worn socks to bed. I could never do that before, ever.
So you would still rather be cold than hot?
Yeah. Well, and that's why I think it's funny, because I'm like, well, I've never had this, experience being cold all the time, but now I do. But
I think the body's more efficient at handling the heat, because you can sweat and keep hydrating and keep sweating, and then the sweat will help you get cool. Shivering, just not enough.
Really?
No.
See, that's definitely where we differ. Okay, your turn.
Who is your childhood actor crush?
Childhood actor crush. Gosh, yep. I can't remember that I had one.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I could say I bumped my head since then. So, yeah. What about you?
Christy McNichol.
Really, who is that?
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't know who that is. She was on a TV show called Family with another woman that crushed over Meredith Baxter, Bernie, who was on Family Ties.
Okay.
The mother on Family Ties.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's it.
Gotcha.
That's all.
Well, now that you're talking women,
Well, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I always thought, yeah, Angelina Jolie.
Really?
But, well, Tomb Raider and stuff, I'm like, yeah.
Never saw it. Never saw it.
So
But
many
we're
things.
almost different generations too, so very close.
Almost.
Almost nearly.
Almost nearly and not quite hardly.
Not quite hardly.
Okay.
The bowl is yours.
Oh. See, I was about to say pick one. Man, you pick these with sticky side.
I know, so you couldn't peek in there and cheat.
What is one thing I adore in you?
One thing you adore in me,
I
right?
guess. Oh, so I have to say it?
Yeah.
You just made that up. I'm going to make you say it about me.
Oh.
But, well, I could do the whole get brownie points. There's not just one thing.
Oh,
There's so many things.
yes. Of course.
Well, I could just say a couple ish. Gosh, I'm like, it's hard to pick one. Like, I could just say a couple ish. Like, you make me talk through things, but you remember and help. Like, help, I think's the thing. And I'm like, how do you say? Well, especially the past couple days, I'm always like, I'm just a gimp. I'm just like, I'm all messed up. I'm damaged goods. And Paula right here always basically tells me to cut the crap. Like, no way. And I'm like, but really, what good am I? So, I love Paula's affirmation. I need that in my life. Yep. Oops. So, wait. What are some things that you like in me?
Your kindness. You're very kind.
Except for when I'm on the show.
Or talking to me.
Just kidding. Oh, what?
No, I'm kidding. No, you're very kind, and you're very attentive to everybody.
Really, thank you. I thought you were going to say it didn't do nothing. You forget. And what?
That'll be just a moment while the dogs answer the door.
Yep.
Okay.
I should,
Or,
what do you call it, mute us?
yes.
All right, we back
Sorry
here.
for the interruption. The dogs were playing their own version of this game. They got a little bit loud. Oh, this is an easy one. How many ants do I have?
That'll be an easy one.
Yeah.
Well, I only know one.
That's it.
Oh, yay!
Dad's an only child. Mom had one sister. Or has one sister.
Wow. Well, I got
So that's
that.
it.
Yeah. How many do I have?
4.
Oh yeah. See, I had to think about that. Living now, yes. But I wouldn't.
Whoa.
I used to have 5.
You're
What?
doing married as well then, right? Like aunts through marriage.
Yeah.
Your dad only has 2 sisters, right?
Yeah.
And your mom has 2 sisters.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
Oh gosh.
I mean, if I did who was like married to my uncle. Then.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Okay, yeah, we could do it all like that.
So I know more about you than you do.
Well, I would like to say, brain injury. I forget sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll say that. We won't believe it, but we'll say it.
Oh man.
Okay. How many more you want to do? I don't want to bore everybody.
I don't know. You think that's good?
Yeah, we can wrap it.
All right. We will
can
wrap
wrap
it. If you have any questions that you would like to put in there, just let us know. And
We're an open book.
open book, totally.
Well, not totally.
Oh, well, so I will just tell you a little bit about yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, not on schedule, but why not? So, once again, so we ended up going hiking-ish, like after a few other things we did. And, well,
We're in the North Georgia mountains, for one.
yes. So, obviously, I was not expecting it. And I'm disabled, which means also, well, I should say also, I am, have a hard time with mobility or have mobility issues.
Well, if there's particularly on uneven ground, and this ground was uneven and kind of hilly at times,
Yeah.
different pitches to it. So, I mean, it could be a struggle for most anybody, and proper shoes
Yeah.
were also a factor.
And guess what I had on? Flip-flops. Because really, a person that can't walk should wear flip-flops? No. I'm like, really, when I was in Honduras after my accident, like, back in 2017, I'm like, I tried to wear them and I couldn't even wear them. They would slide right off. But now I'm like, I'm determined. And I can usually-ish do a good job. But trying to hike, go up and down, and there were big roots and rocks, and I shouldn't really even been on it. I mean, we asked for the handicapped accessible place, and this is what they gave us. How should we say? So definitely you could get a wheelchair around there. It was not too hard-ish.
It wasn't, no, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I think shoes were the biggest thing. There's no way I would have tried that with flip-flops, I don't think.
Yeah. So, but my wife here is amazing and show 'em what you do. Like,
Well, I hold your hand, but then I
Yeah.
put my elbow here
Yeah.
so that I can keep you from stumbling.
see, so she is secure and she's got me. I'm like, see, another thing I love about her, she takes care of me. Even when I'm a goofball, I wear flip-flops to hike.
You're not a goofball. We're all goofballs.
Well,
That's what makes life fun.
what?
That's what makes life fun.
That is true. Maybe I need to look at it like that. huh?
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yes, life is crazy, but how do you live it? So, anyways, guess we'll wrap it up here. Just want to share my crazy flip-flop story. Because I tell you, how is it? Like when you become disabled, like I've been disabled for like 5.5 years, but it's like when you come to a situation like, oh yeah, let's go for a hike. I don't think, oh yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Well, I mean, all throughout your life, as you get older, even there are limitations as to what you can and can't do anymore. You know, just through the natural process of aging, and you don't think about it because in your mind, I know in my mind, I'm still 18.
Yeah.
Until I start doing something, I can't skip anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but it's not pretty, and it doesn't really resemble skipping, so I won't even try it.
I can't skip either
Yeah.
if that makes you feel any
So,
better.
not that it's a huge deal in my life. I'm not called upon to do that ever.
I'm going to call upon
But-
you to skip later.
But once you have to, then you have a direct confrontation with your limitations. That's when you just know there's a way around it, or it's not such a big deal.
Yeah, it's true. It almost feels like bam.
It does. It does.
But
But then you just open that other door and go around the other way. That's it.
that's right. See, there's always ways around it.
Exactly.
All right, so I guess we'll wind this up. and say, you matter, your story matters, and you belong here. Cheers.